The notion that mainstream media is attempting to mind control people into becoming Satanist is a complex and multifaceted topic. While it may seem like a conspiracy theory, there are some arguments that suggest the media is subtly promoting satanic ideologies and symbolism. One of the primary ways this is achieved is through the use of subliminal messaging in music, films, and television shows. Subliminal messages are hidden suggestions that are embedded in media, often below the threshold of conscious awareness, and can influence people's thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Many popular music artists, such as Lady Gaga and Kanye West, have been accused of incorporating satanic symbolism and lyrics into their work. For example, Lady Gaga's music video for Bad Romance features her dancing in a ritualistic manner, surrounded by symbolism associated with Satanism. Similarly, Kanye West's album Yeezus features a track called Bantu, which includes lyrics that reference Satan and the occult. While these artists may not necessarily identify as Satanists, their use of satanic imagery and symbolism can be seen as a form of cultural conditioning, normalizing and glamorizing dark and occult practices. Another way the media promotes satanic ideologies is through the portrayal of Satanism in film and television. Shows like American Horror Story and The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina feature storylines that revolve around Satanism and the occult, often depicting these practices as exciting, powerful, and desirable. These portrayals can be seen as a form of desensitization, making audiences more accepting of satanic ideologies and symbolism. Furthermore, the media's focus on true crime stories and serial killers, such as Charles Manson and the West Memphis 3, can also be seen as a way of glorifying and romanticizing dark and violent behavior. The media's influence on people's perceptions and behaviors is also significant. The 24-hour news cycle and social media platforms create an environment in which people are constantly bombarded with information and images, often without critically evaluating their content. This can lead to a form of psychological conditioning, where people begin to accept and internalize the messages and symbolism that are presented to them. The media's use of repetition, in particular, can be effective in conditioning people's minds, as it creates a sense of familiarity and normalcy around certain ideas and symbols. In addition, the media's promotion of individualism and self-worship can also be seen as a form of mind control, encouraging people to prioritize their own desires and interests above all else. This can lead to a sense of disconnection and isolation, making people more susceptible to manipulation and control. The media's emphasis on materialism and consumerism can also be seen as a way of distracting people from more meaningful and spiritual pursuits, further contributing to a sense of disconnection and disillusionment. It is also worth noting that some media outlets and corporations have been accused of having ties to secret societies and occult organizations, such as the Illuminati and the Church of Satan. While these claims are often difficult to verify, they do suggest that there may be a more sinister agenda at play. The use of symbolism in codes and media, such as the all-seeing eye and the 666 symbol, can be seen as evidence of this, as they are often associated with occult and satanic practices. In conclusion, while the idea that the mainstream media is trying to mind control people into becoming Satanists may seem far-fetched, there are some compelling arguments that suggest the media is promoting satanic ideologies and symbolism. Through the use of subliminal messaging, cultural conditioning, and desensitization, the media can influence people's thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, often in subtle but significant ways. By being aware of these influences and critically evaluating the media we consume, we can begin to break free from the mind control and manipulation that is perpetuated by the mainstream media. Ultimately, it is up to each individual to think for themselves, question the information they are presented with, and seek out alternative perspectives and sources of knowledge.